to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Now an opening past the 30. And it will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. First play, and McCarthy to throw. That into the hands of Hubbard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Slot man in motion right. On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. He'll go underneath here, the running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
That's already 2 catches for this guy. We haven't even seen him hand the ball to him yet, and that's really what these running backs have become in the league. They're really just all-around weapons, and if the ground game's not working, you can go to the air, and vice versa. The more times this guy touches the ball, the better it is for this offense.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And that one doinks off the upright and in. Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Panthers will take a 3-0 lead. Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Here we go.
Now first carry here for Keaton Mitchell. He'll be stopped after a pickup of about 3. Tyson Campbell there to make the tackle. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Here's 1st and 10. Slot receiver, headed right. Here comes the jet sweep. They didn't fool anyone. Tried the speed, but did not get back to the line of scrimmage.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Here now, 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they go for it here.
On 4th down, they'll call on Brad Robbins here to punt. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down. They'll run it. It's out of the gun, and it's Hubbard. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. McCarthy to the air on second down. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll go. Here's McCarthy. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll look for Mitchell out of the backfield. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 11.
Set.
They'll go again with Mitchell. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Washington.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Running these underneath crossing routes, you wouldn't imagine lead to a lot of explosive plays, but when done right, if you can get the receiver in open space and get the ball in their hands, there's a lot of opportunity for big run after the catch and generate chunk plays.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the...
On second down, it's Daniels. That is caught at the 3. And he's into the end zone. Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Washington. That touchdown, number 19 on the year.
It's kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity, and quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup, good protection up front, and they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough, and they give up a big touchdown.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Throwing again is McCarthy. He's going to run it. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Good defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. Taking off.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Third and 9. Now McCarthy. Gonna set up the screen here to Hubbard. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? On fourth down, here's McCarthy. That is caught side of the end zone. Carolina. And, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed. So replay's going to take a look at this one and make sure it is good for 6. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
Makes the score Panthers 10, Commanders 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Play action. Here's Daniels. That's downfield. He's got Sinnott, the tight end. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. On 1st down, Daniels. A throw left side, caught by Sinnott. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he'll be taken down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And this one blown up. Good surge and drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. To the goal line and in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Commanders. Extra point attempt still to come. He knocks it through. And the Commanders are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. A good return as he takes it across the 30. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. That is Jonathan Allen, the big defensive tackle, in there for the sack. We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Play action. Here's McCarthy. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He's going to look for the home run ball. Oh, yeah. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The drive will begin with a run by Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Another run here with Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That one intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Fuller. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. That's to the left side, hauled in by Leggett. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick 1st down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
The throw on the run is complete. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. From the gun, here's McCarthy. This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. We saw it earlier. The defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick him, they turn it into a pick-6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick-6.
That's fielded just shy of the goal line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Oh, he pumps up the football. And fortunately, a Panther was right there to get on it. So no turnover, they retain possession. So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That is incomplete.
An incompletion there isn't ideal by any means, Mike, but I think that's one of those passes where he made sure that ball was either going to end up in his guy's hands or out of bounds.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. Exiting the pocket right. He'll air it out down the middle. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in this 11-point game. And we'll send you about a mile north of here to our studios in the Creative Village. Standing by, the coach with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. They'll start this on the ground with Mitchell. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the first half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the second to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Austin brought in motion. Throwing right, it's taken in.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Third down, 3 to go.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. A big play there for Washington. 37 yards. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the give, it's Mitchell. He'll be stopped just a short gain, down to the 30. Second down and 8.
Let's go now.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Trying to make a play out of the pocket. Couldn't do it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is McCarthy. That one complete to Leggett. And he's taken down up past the 35.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Finding room at midfield. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Play action now. It's McCarthy. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 16.
Let's go. 19 right. 7 Pirates. 13 Pioneers. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
To the air once more is McCarthy.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short game.
2nd and 7. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. That into the hands of Hubbard. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down.
They pick up a nice chunk play there through the air on 3rd down, but it's not quite enough to move the chains. Now the question is, how aggressive is this head coach willing to be as he tries to extend this drive?
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. On fourth down, here's McCarthy. That's incomplete. Daring Hall on fourth down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on fourth down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on fourth down.
Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Look, Mike, the reality here is that he's just not seeing the field the way that he needs to. Now, give credit. A big part of this is the defense doing an excellent job disguising its coverages all game long. Just before the snap, when he thinks he has the answers, the secondary changes the questions, and they've been rewarded with 3 picks for their effort.
Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete. McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Brooks out of the backfield. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Here's 3rd and 2. Third and 2, and here's McCarthy. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10. Out comes Jake Bates to try a field goal here. This about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Panthers are able to get it back within a score.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A give to Mitchell. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. He's got it. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 91 yards. Touchdown, Washington. The extra point, up and good. And the Commanders will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. Past midfield. Look at him go. And he's going to take this all the way back. 91 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. Bates, good, with the extra point. And the Panthers are back within one score. It is an 8-point game. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll go play action here with Daniels. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it also gives some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Commander's first down.
Let's go.
Here's Mitchell from the pistol. And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Jordan Fuller in that time for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Third down and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Check out.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again. 3rd and 5. To throw, it's McCarthy. That's caught by Harrison right side. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters.
Okay, ready?
On first down, it is Hubbard. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. 2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. He'll go right and find his running back. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to have a first down. He's forced out. Nice pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run with Hubbard. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. And a little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll run with Brooks. And this time he's in. Jonathan Brooks. Touchdown, Panthers. Greg, how often do we say it's a 1-possession game, but that's a 2-part story? Part 1 taken care of right there with the touchdown.
All right, Mike, so they go down and they get the all-important touchdown. But only half the time is this truly a 1-score game. They need this 2-point conversion here to tie it up.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jeremy Chin. Inside the 40. And he's going to make it all the way to the end zone. How about a pick 2? 2 points going the other way. Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And the defense has it.
If they don't come up with this, the game is over. But now, anything can happen. You've got plenty of time, down 3. The first job, make sure you at least get the ball in field goal range to force overtime. But if the opportunity presents, try to win this thing in regulation.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard. And the Panthers are likely going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and they'll get a fresh set of downs. What a moment in this game. A touchdown would give them the late lead. It is 1st down and goal. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
On 1st down, Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one 1st down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a 1st down.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
And a minimal gain there up to the 17-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, set.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Going downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Austin brought in motion. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. They smelled the screen and took care of it. Blown up in the backfield. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14.
Warriors 70.
Now Daniels. Shaheed with the catch. Whoa. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning it.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Shaq Thompson.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
On first down, here's McCarthy. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. On second down, here's McCarthy. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. It is 2nd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Let's go now. Hawk 7. Back to 60.
Hubbard. Mark him right on the 15, and the march continues. That is a first down picked up on the ground. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. A throw, left side, caught by Sanders. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line. They're trying to run it. It's Hubbard. Good blocking, and he's in. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
Makes the score Panthers 33, Commanders 30.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Anthony Gould now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here's first down. On play action, Daniels. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Here we go, shot.
On second down, it's Daniels. Throwing right, it's taken in.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him...
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. Well, a fortunate bounce, he got it right back. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute left in this one. Final minute, one timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. He'll go left side here and complete this one. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
Here we go, here we go.
To the air again is Daniels. That is brought in at the 10. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very...
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
That into the hands of Hubbard. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one? Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. He keeps it himself.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
They'll come up now for 2nd down.
Let's go now.
To throw, it's McCarthy. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
The game hanging in the balance and a critical third down. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. Now he'll air one out. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sainristil. So it's a win here for the Commanders. What a finish to this one. The defense comes up with the interception in clutch time to seal it on the final play, and the defense walks off the field with the victory for their team. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.